You can hear me now or not? Can you hear me now? Usually, when there is a thing that interacts with, yeah, I guess you can. Sorry about that. D, you're up early too. I could say the same thing about you as far as you being up early. I don't normally get up this early. I just went to bed about 12:30, but can't see you. Really? You can't see me? Hey, Carrie's Musings, how you doing? Um, Thank you for coming in. Always up this. You're always up this early. Carrie, can you see me? Um, well, go back to. I'm sorry. Go back to Slate. The okay. Well, D maybe just has the audio on or something. I don't know. Normally I don't. Normally I don't go live this early. Normally I'm not awake this early, but we got a phone call, so um, it's we got a phone call, and so um, I don't know what else to do. So, and YouTubing has become uh, watch TT all night. Oh, okay. Uh, but I hadn't seen TT lately. I hadn't seen her. Hadn't seen her. She hadn't popped up on my live stream. I mean, on my feed lately. I am at the mercy of YouTube, and whenever something shows up, there are people that I love to go to their live streams. They just don't show up in my. Oh, Tommy Temple. I thought maybe it was Miss TT Mixed Vlogs. I like Tommy. Tommy's good people, and he stays up, late live streams. I guess I was just thinking of something else. Um, yeah, There's no way I'm gonna get back to sleep. I don't think. Um, I maybe I could. I don't think so. Anyhow, so I figured I might as well do. This is what I do when I don't know what else to do, I guess. So, um, anyhow, I guess I'll. I don't mean to be up this early. I guess I'll drop a link in case anybody wants to come up in here. After all, it's always easier to have a conversation. Hey, good morning, Cindy. How you doing, darling? Um, I'm awake. Might as well be here. Um, Kind of early in the morning. The Everything going okay for you, Cindy? And D, Carrie. Um, yeah. Yes, I am. We got a phone call this morning, so got a phone call. My father passed away, and I'm fine, long as I don't say it. It's not like it was unexpected. I mean, he's used over the last little bit. He's been well. He apparently he knew it too. I mean, he knew it was coming. That's okay. I just can't. I can't say I'm as blessed as I was yesterday. So yesterday was an unusual day. Thank you, Cindy. And everything's gonna be all right. Obviously, I mean, life will continue. It's just different than it was the day before. Any Thank you, Dee. Everything's gonna be okay though. Um, at the moment, there. Let's see what's going on. Excuse me just a second. At the moment, I think Joy, my sister, was arranging for I think for a local funeral home to pick him up, and then he'll be sent, I expect, up to Chancellor Funeral Home. And anyhow, I think they've already got arrangements for my father up there. And so, um, but I don't know what happens now. I don't know what the plans are. I did consider going into work. Um, doesn't look like I'm gonna get the 80 hours I thought I was this week. The I'm going to at least miss A shift today. I may go in for B shift. I don't know what else to do. I don't. There's nothing I can do at this point. There's nothing I can do that would be constructive. So, uh, but I've been so blessed for so long, and I'm still blessed. That doesn't. It does not change the fundamentally how I view my life. There's a lot of people that don't get along with their parents, you know, and I'm not saying I always got along with both of mine, but I do love my parents, and I try to go see them every week. The I don't always get the chance because sometimes, for like right now, both my parents happen. Mom is down in Lucedale. Daddy was too, and so that's where he passed away. You know, yeah, you're right, Carrie. The I do remember, and those will be things that I cherish from now on. I've always, hey, I know, I realize just how good I've got it. There's a lot of people that don't have it near as well as and I know there's a lot of people out there that would say, uh, "Hey, happens to everybody," and that may be true, but I just never had to deal with it. So, um, but that's okay. It is what it is, and I expect what will happen at this point. That at some point we will probably gather over at Mom's house. If I had to guess, my brother is coming back from vacation today. My other brother, well, that's Russell's been on vacation. My sister is. My sister's been taking very good care of my. I had to mention lived in 5 minute segments repeatedly. He didn't have it long. Well, my father's memory has been really not very good lately, but that's kind of expected, I guess. He was 84 years old, and so, um, but he's had some memory issues. Let's see.
You're a little home there.
We got Homestead in the Wood with D. We could have Carrie's Musings, Cindy Dogwood Cottage. And I mean, we've got 7 people on here. I just don't know. I don't know. I can't tell everybody that's in the chat because not everybody has said anything. So, time, I remember that. Love one another. I agree. I agree. And I do love my family. I am truly blessed. I have been blessed with, a wonderful family. Hey, Meritage, good morning. I've been blessed with a wonderful family. My father has always been I guess, a source of knowledge, a source of, come on, come on. There we go. Um, I'm not sure exactly how to describe him. He's always been, he's always been, see, very sorry. Have to, well, I understand. Thank you for coming in today. Uh, see, I appreciate that, D. He's always been, I wouldn't say he's ever been a very emotional person, not real emotional. He obviously has emotions. Um, my mother tends to be more emotional than he does. The than he did. Um, sorry, I got to get used to this past tense thing. Um, hey, Daniel Barry, good to see you. The he's but he has been a sense of it's. I think where we get our character from, where we get our sense of right and wrong. Uh, I can truly say that my father has always been the standard for right and wrong. To live a godly life, to treat others with respect, um, and to do what he's he's the reason, I guess, or the major reason, I suppose, that of where I get right and wrong from. And so, yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. There's not a whole lot I can do at this point, but it's a fundamental shift, I guess, in life. Even though nothing, um, there's a lot of aspects of life that have not changed. What has not changed is that I'm still the same person I was yesterday. So, and so, anyhow, that's why I'm up at this hour. Because I don't think I can go back to sleep. And it's going to be a long day. I got to bed, I guess, I don't know, 3 hours, 3 hours before I woke up. Thank you. Thank you, Meritage. But anyhow, and I'm hoping nobody woke up on my account. But I know people are always saying, but I feel like most of the time they're just playing with me, messing with me, and that's okay. I don't mind folks messing with me. They're just good natured, trying to have fun, and I get that. I don't. It's never been my wish to have anybody do, at least not for me and YouTube. YouTube is I guess it's something I do, and it's almost a habit at this point. But everything's going to be okay. Um, I just don't know what else to do at the moment, so I go live, I guess. Uh, Let me think. Actually, I guess I could go through and something to do. just look at where my watch hours may be towards. And it's 23 23:37. All right, so I guess that means I need 2663. 2663. Something to think about. In the meantime, I don't know, I have anything to do. So, and I don't know what else to do at this time in the morning. So I guess I could go through and look at comments. Um, let's see. It doesn't look like I'm going to get the 80 hours I was thinking I would get, I expect I will probably try to work my B shift, but I don't think I'm going to get the A shift in. I don't know if I probably won't work tomorrow. I don't know I don't know what I don't know what the schedule is going to be at this point. And so, it's going to be, well, I'm going to do whatever needs to be done to help with the family. And anyhow, at the moment, I think the plan at this point, I need a haircut. My hair's looking pretty ratty, and so normally I give myself a haircut, but I expect today I'll go to a barber shop and get a haircut. I'll have to. I don't know if I have the clothes for a funeral. Most everything I have these days, 95 to 99% of what I'll wear is just black t-shirts, khaki pants, boots. Maybe I should work on shining up my boots. Or maybe I should, look into getting another pair of dress shoes. I don't know. Do you get dress shoes for one event? I guess it's what you do, isn't it? I don't even know if I have a pair of dress shoes. Uh, Boots would probably be okay but I'd need to clean them. They're not real shiny or anything. When I went through the police academy, I had to shine them up to a mirror finish. They were, I hadn't had to do that in a while. But anyhow, the my dogs have been very attentive. Nikki, uh, we sit in the bed for just a little while. And Nikki came over and she was licking my hand, for quite a while, seemed like, till we got up. And so, yeah, I think so. Dogs are very intuitive, and I love my dogs. They're very sweet, aren't you? You're a very sweet dog. And so, anyhow, when things like this happen, it really makes you stop and think about life. It does. But I will tell you this, Meredith. I've always long believed that you live every day. Well, you try to live every day without regrets. And I don't think that I don't think there's anything I would have done any different in regards to my father. I loved my father. We didn't always see eye to eye on everything, but I'm not gonna be somebody who, you know, we had issues years ago, but that doesn't mean you love your father, or if you love somebody, you love somebody. There's no sense in pondering on issues that you have no control over. I love my wife. That doesn't mean we don't have any arguments from time to time. But I'm not gonna what's the word? Deify. My father was a great man. Um, Good and bad. That's right. Mostly good. Mostly good. But the and most of that was probably the issues, I guess, that I had myself. The He's always wanted the best for me, and you know I've always tried. I'm not sure that I've always worked really hard at doing the best I can. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Um, I'm sorry, I just couldn't sleep, so I went live. I do pop-ups, I guess. That's mostly what I do. And hey, babe.
Joy just sent us that picture. Your mom is sitting on the couch with Precious wrapped up in a pair of your dad's hands. She looks so sad.
Well, thought life is going to fundamentally change. My Thank you. I appreciate it, Kevin. That's something I really haven't even thought about or had time to think about how it's going to affect Mama. Because would you mind feeding the dogs? I had a fantastic 40 years. We never went to bed angry. I don't know. We've been to bed angry, I'm sure.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm in bed asleep and you come to bed angry and then make me angry and then it's just all gone.
Well, I've had dreams that made me angry at you. Yeah, I have had dreams that made me angry. So I wake up and tell her I was mad.
And then I just leave them alone.
And I tell her I'll get over it eventually. And I'll let you know when I forgive you.
Do you have any aspirin or anything in here? I've got some.
I've got some in my bag. I've got some
That's okay.
acetaminophen and ibuprofen. Would you? Never. I don't want to keep asking you to do things.
What do you need?
Well, I need a drink. I've got I think my Bucky's tumblers out in my truck.
Well, I gotta go out and get me some aspirin.
And I think right beside it is a half a thing of tea that goes in it. I just didn't fill it all up last night because I didn't have much ice. I'm sorry, Kevin. My father passed away this morning, and so I'm not going to be. Well, I doubt I'll be real good company for a little while. I'll try to be, but it will be on my mind pretty heavy. I was just trying to decide whether or not it's right if I should go to work this morning. Probably not. I expect I'll go spend time with the family. I suspect they're going to be coming up here to Florence. Right now, my mother's down in Lucedale. My sister, her and my father have been staying with my they probably sent you home anyway. I maybe. I know they're shorthanded today, and I hate to leave them in the lurch. I'm sure they'll be okay. I may even have them trim up my beard or I guess it's just a goatee. But I did call them, let them know I probably wasn't going to be there for A shift. I'm going to try to be there for B shift. I don't you know, the fact is, I don't know what else I'd be doing anyhow. And even if my focus is not going to be on doing a bunch of work. I don't think, but I don't know what else to do. So typically, I guess I tend to throw myself into what into work or whatever whenever I'm under stress. I tend to deal with stress fairly well. Um, I don't. I don't allow myself to get. Typically, I don't allow myself to get too emotional. I say that. I'm not saying I don't feel emotions because I do. Um, Yesterday, in fact, I had. I considered. It was such a beautiful day yesterday. I came into work and they had an event going on, and my job was basically just to sit there and block off a street and let the right people through and keep the other people out yesterday. Now that's not my shift. That was on overtime shift, and they have another lieutenant for that, and so they have another lieutenant to run the shift. Typically I run B shift. B shift is different animal, different. It's completely different in its nature. But still, I'm at the moment I'm trying to get. And if I don't work my regular shift, then they'll take 8 hours of overtime and put that over into agency comp time. And I don't want to do that. Thank you, babe. Oh, it's still got ice.
No, I put ice in it.
Oh, thank you. That is appreciated. So what are y'all going to be doing today? Any interesting plans? Anything going on? I guess, if I'm going to behave like any other YouTuber, I guess I need to say, if you like, please feel free to like and share. Isn't that what they always say? When I first started doing YouTube, I would do that very same thing. Oh, it's off to work I go. That's right, Kevin. It's it's off to work I go. I paid my. Anyhow, that's a thing from college I won't repeat. At least not on here. Work, death, and taxes. That consistencies, right? So, anyhow, so today we will go through and we'll meet with the family and just cleaning today. Your eldest son flies in tomorrow. Well, that's very nice. It's always good to get together with family. I guess it depends on the circumstances, though. So today I'll need to get me a haircut, and so I'll just have them shave the sides. I'll have them do what they call a high and tight. I don't know if I have enough hair for a high and tight. Somebody told me that what I have now was considered a mohawk, but I always thought it was a high and tight. You want to come up? If you want to, you can. I don't know what Nikki. She stands right here beside me and looks at me, but she doesn't say. Well, not that a dog would say anything anyhow, but she's a good girl. Yes, she is. And I guess she wants attention. Or maybe she's just trying to show me that she's there. Till later. Thank you. I appreciate that, Curious Musings. Family, yes, family does matter most. You're making dinner. My family friends are coming in from Missouri. All nice. I expect we'll be gathering over at Mom and Dad's. house, mama's house. One of my nephews was, I think, planning on moving into mom and dad's house. But I know mama still wants her independence, I guess. Still wants her independence. So she's, she wants to make sure that, she can come and go, I guess, as she pleases. She's been feeling a little cooped up there at Joy's house. And anyhow, I have no idea what the future holds. I know that it's going to be a big difference. Mom's taken care of daddy for so long. I'm reminded of my grandmother after my grandfather passed away. She was around. It was many years before she passed, and she's always been very, very quiet. My grandfather was very outspoken, I guess, and boisterous. And he loved my brother very much. And my cousin, one of my cousins, maybe a couple of them, I don't think he cared for me a whole lot. And that's okay. I just wasn't one of his favorites, and that's all right. I guess you kind of expect that as a middle child. I'm not the middle child any longer. I don't think. I was for a long time. But, my parents had 3 children back to back to back. And I guess it's one of the reasons why, it makes a big difference when someone is significant. Yes, in fact, I've wondered how I'm going to deal with this situation. I've never had to deal with that before. And my father, the last time, I remember him in the hospital was saying that he didn't think he was going to be around much longer, and he was right. I guess he saw it coming. It was obvious from his gait, or however, the way he walked, that he didn't have the energy or the that he once did. And my father had a lot of wisdom. People would come and ask him for his advice. My father was a very bright man. Spoke several languages. The only ones I know for sure is he spoke, Spanish, German. He was working. He started learning Hindi, but I think he stopped to please Mama. Mama did not. Mama was a little jealous, I think, because he would befriend people on Facebook. And he had several, I think he had 30 friends, 30 male friends, 30 female friends on, that may be where I get my slightly obsessive, compulsive tendencies. But he had 30 friends male and 30 friends female on Facebook from India. And he was learning, at one point he was learning Hindi, and he kind of gave that up because I think Mama got a little jealous. Hey, Devil Dog 2856, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We just talking about my daddy. He passed away this morning. And so I've never had to deal with anything like this. I knew it was coming, to some degree. I mean, you see things like that. You see, it was not an unexpected event. It was not an unexpected passing. But, he was a good man. Thank you. I appreciate that. it's, it's, I guess I just don't know what's going to happen at this point. I do appreciate that. Truly, I do. I expect, my family will gather. Um, I expect my family will gather at my mother's and father's house here in Florence. They were in Lucedale, staying over at my sister's place, and the and he just got out of the hospital the other day. He was having some problems breathing. Hey Molly, how you doing? Good to see you. Tell Jason I said sup. I was just in, his live stream last night. I asked him to tell you. I said hello to you in his live stream. Come on, come on. All right. The um, Molly and Jason are good people. I was able to meet them right before Eddie. No, sweetheart, not the licking, please. I get it. I get it. But I'm not, I don't like my face being licked right now. You are a sweetie. And I know you just, you're being a good girl. But anyhow, I expect we'll go through and meet over at Mom and Daddy's. And to what end, I don't know. Other than I think most of the plans had already been made. I was 19 in the Marines and lost my mother. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. Truthfully, I am. I appreciate that. I do, Devil Dog. I'm gonna be okay. My parents raised me right, and I'll be sad for a while. Um, it's not like I had. In fact, I was thinking just yesterday, how fortunate I've been to have my parents. I mean, here I am, 61 years old. I'll be 62 this year, and I had both of my parents up until today. How many people have their parents when they're 61 years old? Both of them. Anyhow, it's and I'm sorry. Hey, Drunken Chef, how you doing? Good to see you. Uh, thank you for coming in. Thank you for tapping in. Yeah, that was me. Um, but the we're good morning. I can't imagine. You're like an hour or two before me. It's not even four. Uh, is it four? I don't think it's. But what time is it? 5 o'clock. It's got to be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning right now. Raising right. Uh, Also, hose, water, and neglect. You'll be 60 this year, so you're about my age. Well, my parents did a wonderful, I feel like my parents did a wonderful job of raising me. There's a song out there, I'm the only hell my parents ever raised. I was a very rambunctious as a youth. And I feel like I've kind of become more and more what my parents would have liked, as I got older. My childhood, my youth was wasted on chasing women, drinking, dancing. When I was a young man, I spent a lot of my time pursuing hedonistic pursuits. Um, but you know, then I met Tammy, and I more or less calmed down. Um, last almost 12 years as a police officer, I took the job because I thought it would be more meaningful. Yes, sweetheart. Okay, let me throw the. Hang on. There we go. I guess Nikki thinks she's keeping me busy. I'll need a haircut today. I don't know if I just want to polish my boots. I don't know when the funeral is, but I'm sure they already made uh, arrangements through Chancellor. Um, and so I'm sure most of the thinking that's already been done. Nothing left but to mourn, I guess. Um, well, hey, Blondie, blonde traveling gypsy. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in this morning. I know it's a lot earlier than I normally go live. I just couldn't get to sleep. Um, yeah, I think so. She's trying to keep me busy, and my I've been watching stuff on dogs lately. Uh, and Nikki keeps bringing me something for me to throw, and AJ's up in here, showing me affection. I guess it's affection. They say licking can be other than affection, but some of it's affection. But this one, Rosemary, is just always licking. You know. In fact, if when we go to bed, if I don't cover my feet up, she'll lick my feet first thing in the morning. Um, well, I got a call about a little bit before 4 a.m. My father passed away, and so I just couldn't go back to sleep after that, and so I don't know what else to do other than thank you. Out off to the garden. Well, have a blessed day. I hope you have may all your peppers, tomatoes, and everything, grow abundantly and be blessed. Um, I will remember that I am a very blessed person, and that will be my takeaway from today, I guess. Although it's the same as I had yesterday. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Blondie. Um, I'm it's something I'm gonna have to deal with. I knew I was. I've been knowing for a while that at some day, but it's always been someday. Someday I'll have to deal with it. What today is that day. Um, and I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I mean, none of us are promised tomorrow. I know a young lady who was expecting a child, and she got hit by somebody that was drunk and on drugs, and took them both away. But my father it doesn't make it any easier. That's true. Um, but I know it'll be hard on everybody. Uh, you're the same person today. I want to prepare you for the realization that you're not. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Cindy. Today is planting corn and amaranth. Oh wow, yeah, I'm familiar with amaranth. Never had any, but thank you, Cindy. Um, I am the man that my parents raised, though, and sweetheart, you're going about to fall if you keep going like that. Sorry. Um, the well, I still have my mother, and there are things to be attended to. And we will get together over at the house that my grandfather built, and we'll see what happens from here. Um, we'll I will probably still work this evening. I don't think I will work tomorrow, which I have been doing. I don't think that I will probably work. Um, that you're right though. This is something I've never been through. The oh, I agree. I agree. Sandy, you want to come up? I don't know if I can handle both of y'all at the same time. Nikki's, Nikki's, Nikki's trying to be supportive. Sweetheart, you're a good girl. Anyhow, let me let you down. Go hang out with your sister. You want to come up, Nikki, or no? So, any new news? I don't know where there'd be any news at this time of the morning.
No, I would like to go over to your mom's later and maybe see if we need to pick up anything or.
Okay.
I know when she gets there, she's gonna start,
She'll want to start cleaning. That's mama.
but I would like, if there's just anything obvious.
Yeah. Hey, if you'd like to, Cindy, it would be good to. Blondie said when I lost my dad, lost my best friend. It's been 5 years. It still hits her in waves.
Were you asking me something, or you?
I guess I was just reading chat. Cindy, you're welcome to come up. For some reason, with your accent, it's kind of hard to hear, for me to understand. Beautiful accent, love the accent, but I only catch about half of it. I I don't know what to say. Yes, she will, and I love you, Cindy. In a friend way. I just would have trouble understanding you right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking you were the other lady from the UK. Yes, come up, please, Cindy. My mind has been not real straight lately. Please come up, Cindy. I would love to talk with you. My link is there. I don't know why I was thinking you was from the UK. The link is pinned, but I will drop it again. That should be it. I don't know why I was thinking you was from the UK. There's if I remember correctly, and I don't always. Seems like I knew you from Denise Burnsides. I know you're in here quite a bit, and I'm very appreciative. Hey, Sandy. I'm doing well. I'm gonna bring you up. I don't know why I was thinking you were from the UK.
Will you still love me though?
Yes, I still love you. There's one lady that I've had up on panel before, and I don't know why I was thinking that was you, but has a really thick Irish accent,
No.
and I just didn't want to deal with trying to understand somebody today that I couldn't understand, that I have bad trouble understanding.
I don't blame you.
The
Am I actually on?
Yeah, you're on and people can hear you.
Okay. Hi
You
everybody. Good morning.
It's today was just one. It's just one of those days where I don't know. I mean, I struggle at times with understanding. I get, and that's something that I didn't feel like I needed any struggling today. My apologies.
No, that's fine. I would have my picture up, but I I made the mistake of cutting my bangs the other night. Ne- Ladies never do that.
Yeah, I understand
It didn't
that.
go well.
Well, hey, I cut my own hair and have for, I don't know, on and off. For the most part, I've cut my own hair for about 40 years, since about 1981, 82.
Okay.
But, and and I've done it through, I guess, a couple different hairstyles. I used to feather my hair back in the 80s and stuff.
Did you have a mullet?
No, I never did the mullet thing. Although, I will agree that sometimes my hair got a little bit long,
Mm-hmm.
but never really did the mullet. Just wasn't my style.
Yeah.
Uh,
What did your dad do for a living before he retired?
he was a school psychologist for
Oh,
a couple of counties. My father,
wow.
my father was very intelligent, uh,
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of wisdom. In
Yeah.
fact, we had my mother's brother's children, my cousins on my mama's side, used to go to him for advice,
Oh,
and that made my uncle, jealous, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But that's great that they had him to go to.
well, in fact, at one point, I try to keep things family friendly on here, but at one point, I'm about to say a cuss word because that's what he said. He said he threatened to whip my daddy's ass.
Oh, oh
And
no.
yeah, well, and what makes it worse is he was a Pentecostal preacher.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
he, so he got mad because his children, put more, I guess, weight to my father's advice
Hmm.
than they did his.
Well,
Um,
it's kind of prideful.
yeah, I guess. Well, my uncle, I'm sure he thought he was a good man. And I guess, when it comes to judgment, he's passed since. But, uh, in fact, it's kind of funny because, my father at one point was a non denominational pastor.
Okay.
That was years back. And, in our family, we've had a Baptist preacher, a Pentecostal preacher, and I guess a charismatic or non denominational preacher. And
Oh,
that being
wow.
my papa. So I guess we're pretty steeped in Christianity.
Yes.
Anyhow, my uncle wrote my father a letter and said that his children would be going to hell because they were not baptized in Jesus' name. Um, when we were baptized when we were young, we were baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Right.
So, which is, I guess, I don't think it's important, you know, whether you're baptized in one or the other.
I think
Um,
think the important thing is accepting Christ, right?
yeah, I think so. And the baptism is just an outward sign, a show
Exactly.
to show that you go down one person, come up another.
Right.
And so the I guess the thing is, even if you took my uncle and the words that he's saying, Jesus wasn't called Jesus 2,000 years ago.
Right.
It was like Yeshua or something like.
Hmm.
And so, unless my uncle was baptized and uh, and they use the words Yeshua rather
Hmm.
than Jesus, that means by my uncle's own admission, he'd have to, by that logic, he'd have to be going to hell as well. So,
Yes.
uh, anyhow, one of the reasons why I really don't discuss religion is because people have been using it to beat one another about the head.
Yep.
I It doesn't mean I don't have my own political beliefs or not political. I don't discuss those either. But
Mm.
politics and religion, people have used for years to beat up on one another.
Yes, they
And
have.
I don't want to be somebody who's divisive. I would rather be somebody that brought people together. I want to
Right.
be a maker.
A united. Yep.
So, but
Is
that's
your
right.
uncle still living?
No, he passed away several years ago.
Okay.
My mother is, and her sister, younger sister, only two left from that group. And for that matter, I think my father was one of the last of his siblings,
Mhm.
uh, of my grandparents' children. They, I guess now there's just my aunt
Wow.
uh, left. My
Yeah.
other aunt passed away earlier this year, I guess, a few months
Mhm.
back. And it brings up an interesting question. I don't know if my Aunt Candy will be there at the funeral or not.
Oh,
I guess um, I guess at some point I need to make sure that they are advised.
yeah.
Uh, that reminds me, I don't know where my phone is.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I know it's around here somewhere.
I
I
know
can't.
when we get news like this, we kind of get a little scattered in the mind,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you might want to start writing stuff down in your phone.
That's a good idea. If I can
Yeah.
find my
Tammy, can you find my phone?
phone. I'm sure she'll be in here at some point, and I'll have to ask her. Lost 13 family and friends in 6 weeks. Oh, wow. That's a lot of people to lose. Hey, Barry, how you doing, brother? Um, yeah, you're right. I need to, I guess, start, writing some of this down in my phone.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know where my phone is. I think hang on, let me look. I don't think I have it. Yeah, I see it. Hang on one second.
Okay.
It's over here by my recliner. I've got all this set up at maybe I should even look to see if I have my Aunt Candy's number. Um
Is it a matter of her getting there because she's older or
it's my well that's a good question. The my father is a Yankee. And I don't mean that in a derogatory term.
right?
I just that he's from up north and my mother is from Mississippi. And
Hmm.
so uh
Oh, your
the
aunt's up here?
yeah, my aunt, well, let's see. At this time of the year, I expect I don't know. She is either at uh and I don't know. Here it is. I got her number.
Oh,
I don't
good.
know if she's I don't know if she has the same number anymore. Uh um I haven't contacted her. Don't know if this is still your the number for my Aunt Candy. I'm I'm sorry. Give me just a second
Okay.
to to make sure you knew. Pop. Just make sure that she's aware of it. Why this morning? All right. Just to make sure that she's aware.
Oh,
Daddy being from up north, and Mom being she might. I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, and I guess I could put a post on Facebook. I don't typically use Facebook, but I guess I wanted to make sure that Aunt Candy got a was informed, and I will.
yeah, she'll
I
want
will.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook. Uh, and let me see if I can figure out how to put a post on here. Here it is. Here we go. It's been a long time since I've done Facebook. I gave up Facebook like, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. Maybe Messenger. Well, uh,
Oh, Storm's radio said he or she has been better.
I've been, well, I'm sorry, Barry. Do you want to come up, talk about it? Um,
Oh, his name's Barry.
um,
I got to get to know everybody's names.
Barry is Storms and Radios.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be Storms, Radios, and Cats.
Okay.
Let's see.
I really like your channel, Gary. Everybody's so nice.
Thank you. Well, I
I mean,
have
not one
found,
lick of drama on here.
uh, well, we try to avoid it.
Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie, I'm sorry you lost so many people in your family. My goodness. Hi, Des. How are you
Oh,
feeling? Des, Gary lost his father this morning.
uh, yeah, my father passed away this morning, Des. Um, uh, um, I mean, I guess Facebook has a point to it after all.
Yes, it
The-
does.
Well, I gave up Facebook because it was sorry, sweetheart. There you go. Um, Thank you, Des. Um, I have never cared about the news.
Hmm.
It all seemed like bad stuff. I've never cared about politics. I've never cared about, until a couple of years ago. And I'm not about to start talking politics, but
Right.
I found that spending time on Facebook was dragging me into it, and I didn't want to be
Hmm.
in that place.
Hmm.
Uh, it put me in a foul mood. So
Yeah.
I I just, a lot of it was political, and I didn't want to be there. I didn't want. It was put me in a foul mood, and so I just quit using it. Um, in fact, if you go back and look at my history on Facebook, I mean, every day I was doing it like I do like I do YouTube. Um, hey, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, good to see you, ma'am. Um, See, I don't post much on my Facebook. It helps me keep. Well, that's where I got into it. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. Um, the reason why I got on Facebook to begin with, I had no desire to go onto Facebook. Even after I heard of it. Now this is back, got to be uh, close to 20 years ago or something like that. Um, Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it. Uh, Oh wow, that's been very recent. Sorry to hear that, Barry. I don't know if I knew that or not. Um, you post on YouTube videos on Facebook. Okay, I've got. In fact, there's a belt loop. There is a belt loop on 29 group on there, but if I spent more time, I guess I put it on there right before I kind of quit doing YouTube. Facebook. But I had no desire to get into social media, and I didn't see the point.
Hmm.
But you know, the ever since I guess really high school, um, December the 6th. That's the day before my mom's birthday. She was born on December the 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. But I was talking with my brother one day up at the office. Both my brothers used to work in the same office. Both my brothers are appraisers. In fact, my brother Russell got my brother Wyatt into appraisal work. You know, don't share much family stuff with too many folks. I don't. I understand, Barry. Believe me. Although even though I may have the right to an old joke from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour says one fellow says he has the right to remain silent. He just doesn't have the ability. That's me. But the sweetheart, I don't here. She wants me to throw this little squeaky toy. And so, hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Um, but when I was in high school, I don't know, 10th grade, uh, there was a young lady I was absolutely nuts about. I felt like I was deeply in love, at 10th grade. Well, she was sweet and beautiful, and, she was truly an unusual person. And so, she was in my Spanish class. She was, I think, in my social studies class. And I didn't meet her before 10th grade. I knew her brother, but I didn't know they were brother and sister to begin with. But her name, and you always, when you said her name, it was always one of those, believe it or not, I always said three names, Erin Denise Davis. It's always Erin Denise Davis, Erin Denise Davis. And my wife knew about Erin Denise Davis because, that's part of my past. Not that she ever felt the same way about me, but I was crazy about her. In fact, there's a shot in the annual down where we used to go to school of me and her dancing at homecoming. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. But I had always wondered whatever happened to her because she was a senior that year, and we moved. We moved from Crestview to Houston, Texas, and I guess ever since then, once I found out about the internet, I guess I'm sure I did a search for her, just punched her into Google, Yahoo, whatever it was back then. And anyhow, it's just one of those things you ever wonder, well, what happened? I wonder, you ever think back to your childhood and wonder, thank you. I appreciate that, Stephanie, Blondie, Traveling Gypsy. I never got to say goodbye or anything. I'm sure I said goodbye to my father last time I saw him. But I guess I try to leave things, I try to live every day like it could be my last, and be good to those people around me. You never know. I mean, nobody knows how many days they got on this earth. I still don't. I'll be fortunate if I live as long as my father did. But anyhow, I was talking with my brother, and he was talking about somebody he knew from back in the day back then. And I said, I asked him if he ever heard from, because this girl Aaron was in the same class he was, class of 1981. And so I said, well, you ever hear from her? And he said, well, and I know she's on Facebook. She sent me a friend request the other day or last week or something like this. Anyhow, so while I had no interest in going on to Facebook, I did want to touch base with her, just see what she was doing. So I actually joined Facebook because of her. Fast forward a few years, she ended up marrying my brother.
Oh my goodness.
So now I see her all the time.
That is
Oh.
something else.
Isn't it though? That's different.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Well, my brother, his wife, he was married uh, to a lady, young lady named Marla, but she got into a wreck and passed away. And so she, he was single at that time, so he ended up getting married to, he asked me if I minded, and it's not like I got any say in the whole thing anyhow, because I'm married too. So, but I knew I've always considered her a very special person. And she was, you know, she is a very special person, very, and I'm thankful to have her as a sister-in-law.
That's
So
great.
even if she didn't end up with me, she ended up with him. So there
Right.
you
Stephanie, sleep tight and be safe on the road.
Oh yeah. But it was is that where I met you over there at Denise's?
Yes, sir.
I thought so.
Hmm.
Uh, it seems to be a pretty good bit of drama over there though.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah. I don't go anymore. But she's found her niche and I wish her well.
oh yeah.
Yes.
I still go in there from time to time, say hello. But that's not really the type of YouTubing that that's not really the type of YouTubing that I like.
Hmm.
Uh, and so,
I see the people in other channels, so I can still stay in touch with them. But yeah.
hey Dee,
Oh, hello.
Good morning,
Hi,
everyone.
Dee.
Hey, how are you?
Cindy, this
Good.
is my friend Dee, Homestead in the Wood with Dee.
Hi, Dee.
Hey,
And
I'm not showing myself because I cut my own bangs the other day.
well, I'm not going to show myself either because it's a hat day.
oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
I should have asked you before
Oh,
bringing
it's okay.
the
I think you're beautiful.
Yeah,
the
thank
she
you.
is. Dee's been a friend of ours. I say ours. There's a group of us that have been together a long time. Des is one of them. Jerry Butler and Devil Dog, Outdoors with Big Matt, and there's
Hmm.
a group of us that have been friends on here and tend to support one another for several years.
Right.
And Dee is one of them. She has just really kind of getting back to being on YouTube.
Yep. Good
Okay.
morning, Des.
Uh, what Dee?
I said, good morning, Des.
Oh, okay. Um, and so, all right, D. Uh, that's another D. It looks like D. Oh, Des. I saw a D in there. All right. Give me a second now. I'm bringing you up now. And this is Des.
Hi, Des.
Hi, Cindy.
Good
And,
morning, Meritage Shades of Light.
Good morning, sis.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I saw you up. I'm like, okay. I said hi to Double D sis in the chat, but I haven't verbally talked to you in a little while.
Well, um, I'm just going to say good morning to everybody because I'm working, so I won't be able to read the comments, but
okay.
yeah,
6:53 in the morning, and you're working already. Holy moly, woman!
since 6:30.
Wow.
Mm.
I said, now y'all know why I go home and I go to sleep.
Yes, now I do.
So,
Well, I guess I went to bed about. Uh, I went to bed around 12:30. Normally I don't get up this early, obviously, but special circumstances.
yeah.
Yes.
So
It's a
Yeah,
call you don't want to get.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, I've known for a while that I just didn't know how long it would
Mm-hmm.
be. I knew I was going to have to deal with it, um, and the doors to work. Okay. Um, well, Mike, I am thankful you're here, brother. It is what it is, and I expect my family will be gathering over at Mama's house soon. Um, I got a brother flying in from. They went on vacation in what is that? Sweetheart, I don't see it. They were in the Keys, I guess,
Okay.
and so the you ever watch that? Wasn't there a show back years ago, Key West? I think. Um, Seems like it, and it had Jennifer Tilly on it. I think.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly. Um, Let me look it up.
I'm looking too right now. Yeah,
Uh,
Jennifer Tilly from 1993.
yeah,
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw that show.
yeah. I used to watch it for a short while. I remember Jennifer Tilly. She kind of stood out.
Yes, she does.
Well, she played a hooker or something. I think. You know, and I always loved her voice. So
Yes.
she's got a rather unique voice. But you see, the did, uh, Barry said hello, Des, and hey, Ed. Yeah, well, my father passed away this morning, Ed, and I just didn't feel like I could go back to sleep. So I
Hi,
thought
Dave.
I was planning on going live this morning anyhow. No, not this morning. I wasn't actually going to go live until tomorrow. Um, my plans were to work a double today, and then um, thank you. I appreciate that, Ed. I got to get used to that. Um, when I say it, I can say it all right. But when somebody tells me they're sorry and what have you, it hits me a little harder because
Oh,
it makes it more real, I guess. Anyhow, I'm gonna learn to deal with that, but it's I wasn't planning on going live today. I planned on waking up at 6 o'clock again, just like I do every morning. I'm working a double. And come on, Nikki, come on, you coming? Come on up,
Nikki,
Nikki, Nikki, up, come here, oh, sweetheart. Either come up or stay down, but
good
don't.
morning, Ed.
Uh,
Morning, Ed.
hi,
um,
Ed.
we got the call just before. Well, let's see what time. Y'all know I don't know if y'all know, but I don't keep my phone on my bedside or anything. Um, and so I don't whatever it is, I figure I'll hear. Um, and it was about I missed 2 or 3 calls there at about 2:36. I guess I need to call my mama. 2:26, I guess, was the first call, and I didn't. My wife got up to run to the restroom and saw that her phone was beeping or buzzing or whatever, and so that's how we found out. And she let me know. I guess before 4, and so I didn't feel like I could go back to sleep, so I just decided to get up and do a live stream. I'm gonna have to call my mom at some point this morning.
Yeah.
And I did text my aunt. I don't know if she still has the same number. Maybe I should look and see if my Uncle Mike has his. I got a mic in here, but it doesn't say which mic.
Would you recognize like the area code or?
Well, I've got about 3 or 4 mics in here.
Oh, Gary.
Well, uh,
32.
That's why I put YT for all my YouTube family,
I do too.
Cottage family, and everybody else.
I probably have 100 numbers from YouTube. 100. One of these days I'll sit down and count them, but I've got over 100 numbers from folks I know on YouTube.
Serena, here is your
And
reminder.
Wow.
so
Take antibiotics.
I've been doing this a long time. It seems like it, although it's really not that long. I guess my first videos were in 2020. I didn't do my first live stream until 2022, and I'm not exactly sure why I did it then, other than something to do. Isn't that the way YouTube works? You do one thing, and then you decide you're going to try something else and learn about it, and
Mhm.
Or somebody
You-
talks you into doing it.
well, that's true too. But it's I just a live stream just things evolve, things change, things are different, and so when you learn something new, you can I guess you just go with it, and that's what I've done. And I've almost reverted back to where about the only thing I do these days, I do shorts, pretty regularly, and I do live streams, and that's about it. I don't like all the editing that's required with videos and what have you, but that's
Yeah, it's a little daunting for me anyway.
it is. I mean, it's not that I can't do the editing, because I can, but it's so time consuming. And when you do a live stream, it's not like you're doing a lot of editing. So,
Yeah, you're doing none.
well, it is what it is, and you have your conversation. Somebody was asking me the other day, what I did on YouTube, and I'm like, sit around and talk, basically. There's a lot of good conversation that comes on. Well,
Yeah.
Nikki, come here. Come on.
That's why I
Come
like
to me.
live, 'cause you can see who you're talking to and you can talk to them. I hate typing. I mean, especially on an iPad. I don't care if I'm, in front of a desktop, but I hate typing on an iPad. And I daggone sure can't text on a phone.
Yeah.
You all would really be hard to understand what I would say.
Voice text, forget it, because
Oh,
it's like it's got a mind of its own, and you go back to read it, it's like, okay, it looks good. Then as soon as the mic stops, it changes everything you wrote, and you hit send, because before the mic stopped, everything looked right. And then
Right.
and then you go back and read it, and like, oh, that's not what I said.
yeah, it don't text hillbilly either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have not. It doesn't understand redneck either.
no.
So,
I kind of understand a little bit of my Spanglish, because my mind is like mixed with a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of English, a little bit of German, because I know a little bit of German from my mom, not much. But my brain is like all scattered, and it's never like a straight story. It's like,
my father, when my father used to, when people would call, telemarketers would call,
Yeah.
he would answer the phone and start in Spanish. And when they switched to Spanish, because not all of them did, but some of them would automatically switch to Spanish.
Yeah.
Then he started. Then he started speaking German. And good morning, Ralph.
Good morning, Ralph.
Thank
Come on
you. Appreciate it.
He's another one part of the group.
Yeah, Ralph's been around a long time. In fact, I met Ralph for the first time down at, I actually threw a meetup here in Mississippi years ago, and Ralph was one of the attendees. He was, one of my first friends that was on there that came to the meetup. Beth and Neil from BNS Odyssey, and Ralph over at Webb's Web, and I don't remember who all came that day, but I do remember. I remember they were there.
I met Ralph last year at the meetup, and
Yeah.
Tuco and Beth and Neil came here to Tallahassee. They were going visiting friends out in Pensacola, and they drove the hours to come this way to come see me, to meet me, which was really sweet of them. And Brenda, when she was driving
Yeah.
I-10, we had lunch together.
Well, it's there.
Peter Redbird, sorry.
Right. Yeah, I understand. I know. I got a chance to meet her as well when she came through here.
Yeah, sweet one.
And we went. Nice lady.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming she's still up in, hey, Brooke
At
Trout,
Jan?
good to see you. Yeah, she's still over at Jan's, I'm assuming.
I think they're
Good morning.
going to the meetup together. I mean, the meetup is together. So,
You
hey, Brooke
know,
Trout.
Brooke, listening for a few minutes. Well, I appreciate that, Brooke Trout. It was a fun, small meetup. It really was. I had my buddy Jeremiah, who has a YouTube channel. In fact, he's got two that I know of, Auburn Sports Forum and also Trucker J are his channels that I can think of. And he's got some TikTok. That reminds me, I need to let him know as well. Let me see if I can find his.
Number.
Yeah. He's probably already up this early.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock now. Your time. He's probably up.
Hey, Gary,
Yes, ma'am.
you've got some good friends up here now. Would you mind dropping me down? I don't know how to get out of here.
That's okay. I will. Thank you for coming up,
Or
Cindy.
you go to
Uh,
this, Cindy. Next time, up in the upper right hand corner, there's the clock and your name. You can click on your name and then hit sign out.
Oh, okay. I'll try it next time.
Okay.
Sandy, you have a
Okay.
good rest of your day.
All right, you too.
I can
Bye.
drop.
Bye, Cindy.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. All right. That's one thing I do like about, you can find friends from all over the world on here. There's a lot of fellowship. I don't know that you get the same thing. I don't know that you get the same thing if you're one of the drama channels. Because the people, drama does drive views. I don't care I don't care enough about views I'm sorry, sweetheart, I dropped it. To try and become a drama channel. I don't want drama.
Yeah,
No.
me either.
There's enough
So-
drama in real life.
Exactly.
This is my
And
escape.
so, I
Escape
agree.
with my friends.
That's right. And the first time I got burnt out on YouTube, I didn't have the friends I have now. The channel called Vacation Station TV. Both watched in their lives. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'll have to see. In fact, I'll have to see if I can. I don't recall that off the top of my head. But I've been to so many channels. I've been to thousands of channels. And I don't know that I don't, especially when I'm I don't know that I remember all the channels I've been to.
Oop. Mute D.
No, I'm gonna go get me a pop. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's cute how she said pop.
Yeah, pop soda. Is it soda or is that tonic? Depending
Well,
on what you
Coke, and it's a Pepsi.
know. Okay.
Well, everything in the South is Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, up north it was either tonic, and not like gin and tonic, but like soda, Coke.
Yeah.
But if we wanted Pepsi, we'd be like, I want a Pepsi, I want a Coke.
You know, I watched an episode of The Big Bang Theory, and I know for a fact that it said Coke on one of the episodes where Sheldon goes back down to Texas to his mom's house. But then I watched it again for some reason, and it says something about soda or something. They changed the word. And the reason why it's with
Coke is also the nickname for the drug. So, they probably try to keep it G-rated or as close to, acceptance without that word.
No, you're right. It is, but that wasn't why they did it. From what I understand, they changed it in the because of copyright, issues. So even though it was supposedly that's what the Google said. I think when I looked it up to see.
Oh, Coca-Cola probably did that. Got it.
Yeah. Yes, I think. Well, I don't know if Coke is Coca-Cola, and then there's the whole thing, and that could be why they changed it. But in the South, everything's a Coke.
I just didn't realize that everything in the South is a Coke. I mean, I live in Florida, and it's like, you want a Pepsi or do you want a Coke? They don't ask if you want a Coke for whatever soda.
Well,
I guess it depends on where you live.
well,
what area.
I think it's pretty prevalent. Let's see, and I'll ask Google. Is the term Coke mean all soda? The Southern. And let's see. Yes, many parts of the southern United States, Coke is used as a generic term for all soft drinks, regardless of the brand. And so that's just kind of a southern thing.
Yeah, I never realized it.
Well, it's just like, some places it's soda, some places it's pop, some places I guess some places may actually use soft drink. But
Well, you go to a restaurant here and you say you want a Coke, and they say, "Is Pepsi okay?" I mean, like you said, Eric.
Because that location doesn't sell Coke products. That's the other thing too. It's like, I'd like to have a Coke. We don't sell. Then I'll take a Starry, aka the old Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
I don't like Pepsi itself.
it's weird. So what are you doing up here? She got her ears perked up, and she's,
She said she wanted her butt scratched.
Yeah. Well, she's not the one that usually wants her butt scratched. Although she does enjoy it, she doesn't enjoy it as much as Rosemary. Rosemary, she'll,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Maybe
Rosemary likes to.
maybe Rosemary's been telling her how good it feels.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they've been talking. But
You ever wonder if they do talk to each other?
Yeah.
You know, if you've got more
well,
than one in the house.
I've been watching quite several videos every now and again about dogs and their communication. And they do communicate even if they don't have, words specifically. But they do communicate with one another. I'm sure there's some way, she could communicate maybe her enjoyment of butt scratching, I guess.
And
Uh,
Ellen stands on all fours, and Rosemary stands on her hind legs
yeah.
for her butt scratching.
Well,
Did you know that
some
there's an app now that you can get that you can speak in what you want to say in dog and it'll bark to the dog and the dog will respond back?
That's funny.
This- I mean, if I had a dog now, I'd try it, but I did see that.
I like the one
Uh,
with the pedals, the little button, and they
Oh,
know
yeah.
and they go and press all the buttons.
Yeah. I seen the one where the little bull, I think it's a bull, French bulldog, and it comes
mhm.
up. It's once its foot rubbed, the bottom of its foot rubbed, and the daddy stops and he says, "Rub foot, rub foot, rub foot, rub foot."
That's funny.
Yeah.
And
Uh, go ahead, D.
sometimes they put things in there that they shouldn't say,
Yeah.
and they, it's funny, but they're the ones that put it in there.
Yeah.
It's funny coming from a dog.
Yeah.
If by the way, D, if you are not familiar with, if you like channels that focus on dogs,
Uh-huh.
there's two I know that are, and you may already know them, but Aries World, I think it is, and Calvin the Boston Terrierist. Uh, they're adorable. Bear's the dog over there on Aries World. I think it's Aries World. And then Calvin the Boston Terrierist. And I know Calvin's owner Calvin is the, the dog, and then the owner is Jeff.
I'll have to
But
check them out.
they're good people, and just very likable, enjoyable people and animals. So, and I can't tell you how pleased I am to have my dogs. And sometimes I do, I guess I get concerned from time to time to make sure that uh, that my dogs know I love them, because, I work a lot of hours, and so I tend to, be concerned about their state when I'm gone from I leave at 6:30 in the morning and don't get home till around midnight a lot of days, and so that's just something. I guess that's why I watch a lot of these videos on how they communicate. It's why I've been watching a lot of this stuff on how they communicate, to make sure you know that I'm reading them right. Um, let's see. I guess I need to. Let me see what this is. See, Jenny and Jeff Kraft. No, thank you. Anyhow, apparently at work, they've advised. I called this morning to let them know that while I was going to be there for A shift, I'm not going to be there A shift today. I think I'll probably go in for B shift, for one reason or another. Although, and I may work tomorrow, I don't know. I'm only scheduled for B shift tomorrow. As it is, as it stands right now, I guess I've pulled a double on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Today's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So I pulled doubles Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I worked Sunday. So that's, I guess, 2, 4, 6, 7 shifts so far this week. So 5 is, I guess I've put in 64 hours so far this week. It looked like it was going to be 80, but I'm going to miss at least one shift. And so, and then I don't know when the funeral is. I know arrangements have probably already been made. So, it shouldn't be real complex at this point. It is what it is. But anyhow, Des, what are your plans for the day?
I have home health aide coming, well, nurse coming between 10 and 11 to clean my legs, rewrap the wounds, rewrap the legs, and then I gotta go to Walmart to pick up like 7 things. I'll sit in the car and my son will run in and get all the items we need. And then I'm basically sitting here on my tushy for the rest of the day after that.
Do you think it's too early to text Eddie and Jerry?
No, he's up. Eddie's up probably.
I don't know. Eddie sleeps in sometimes.
Does he have to work today with Sammy?
I don't know, but I don't want to disrupt. I mean, hopefully, I always want him to get a good night's sleep.
No, I know that.
I'll test. I tell you what, Des, do you? Well, I know somewhere on here, I've got a group text that has several people in it, and yourself probably included. Let me see if I can find it. That way,
What?
well, here we go, sweetheart. Yeah, we could get some sleep.
Let's see.
Let me text Eddie.
How many hours behind is Jerry? 2?
I'm sorry?
How many hours behind is Jerry? 2?
Jerry is
Jerry's central.
me, so he's central also. So he should be. You're Eastern, D?
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm thinking of Gary.
Yeah,
Sure,
Jerry
yeah.
should be 1 hour also behind you.
No,
Right.
he's probably up because he's a farmer.
Well, I just want to make sure they're aware.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's not. Depends on the day and how he's feeling.
Yeah.
He might sleep in an extra hour.
I guess,
I was looking to see if I had a group one, but I can't find it right now because we haven't used it in a while.
yeah, I hadn't used it in a while either, but I went ahead and texted them individually, and Eddie would make a big deal about whether or not I texted him or Jerry first. So I made it a point to to text Eddie first.
Oh, I found it. I found the group chat.
Okay. I see one with Eddie and Panchuco. I don't know who else in that group.
Yeah, there's one here. The last post was like April 3rd, I think, and it's me, you, Jerry, and Eddie.
Hey, Rebecca. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca.
I think it's just Eddie and Panchuco on this one. So, and I've already texted both,
Okay.
so I texted them both, so they know. I mean, I'm sure that the folks around me will figure it out.
Yeah.
Probably. But anyhow,
Morning,
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Rebecca, my father passed away this morning. That's why we're up so early. That's why I'm up so early. I can't speak to why Dee and Des is up this early.
He's
Old
working.
age. Old age.
Maybe we should go get.
Yeah, we can. Are you ready to go?
No, I was gonna get dressed. I just took my meds and I need to eat something.
All right.
Good morning.
When you're ready, let me know. We'll go. But yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm sure I may go live a couple times today. I don't know what the future holds.
Oops.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. I don't know what we're going to do today, other than I know that I'm going to, go visit, meet my brothers and mother, and my sister. I expect will be there, over at Mama's house. At some, I don't know what time they're going to be there. I know that I think my sister's contacted another funeral home to get them to pick up my father's remains to bring them up to Chancellor Funeral, which is the funeral home in, and I would say not that anybody on here was planning on doing anything like this, but if you wanted to send flowers, send them, do some, donate to somebody, some other good cause. Or go give some money to a homeless person, or if you've got a charity that you support, send them some money or something. But don't worry with sending flowers or anything like that. And I know they probably, some people may think about that and may not. I don't know. I don't presume to know everybody's. I don't presume to know everybody's way of doing things. I know from time to time I see in lieu of flowers do this. I see stuff like that from time to time. So,
Yeah, sometimes the family will have a charity that they like and would rather have the donation sent to the charity than flowers sent.
right, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure that I don't know if I mean, there's a lot of stuff I just don't know. It's not like I have to go through this often, and so it is what it is, and it's going to be a learning curve, I guess. Things change over time. But that's the circle of life.
Yeah.
So we're born, we live, we die. And I don't mean to make it so blunt, but that is life.
That is life.
That's a good one, Jennifer. Instead of sending flowers, send the family a plant or a tree that comes back every year, a perennial.
Yeah. Some people, I've heard of that, and never a bad idea to plant a tree. I always wonder why people send flowers that die and they're expensive. Yes, it is. It's me, I'd send a fruit tree they can plant or perennials. Some people do plant, some people do that. They send plants. They can plant
And
and
they have
bloom.
like a little memorial in their garden or something like that.
Right.
Yep.
It is the circle. Yeah, it is the circle. I mean, that's the way life is made. Uh,
That's like a
and
lot of our moms with their placentas after they deliver. The hospital goes and run tests and stuff. The moms deliver at the cottage.
we're we're trying to keep it family friendly here, Des.
It's not. It's not bad. It's a good thing. They take it and they go and bury it with the tree. It's a circle of life.
The, I don't want to hear.
Gary, it's not a bad thing. Oh, what happened to the audio?
As far as I can tell, it's still working. Hey, Rich, sorry. Rich, my father passed away this morning, so I didn't think I could get back to sleep, so I just decided to get up, go live. It's I think it might help just to talk with other folks, or at least not be lost in my thoughts all alone. So, so I guess I'm just live streaming. I don't know. The only one that I can think of that may be going live this morning is Minty Cactus, and I don't think I'm gonna be live long enough to be over her. So I don't know what time she goes live, but I know she goes. She'll do some sunrise stuff. So it's pretty early over there. But usually when I get over there, it's while I'm at work, and that's usually at least 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Of course, she's out further west, so the time zone is going to change. Time zone will change between here and there. It's at least an hour earlier or earlier. Even though you're going that way, it's earlier.
Yeah.
Or later. I don't know.
Earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah.
I think she's 2 hours from me, so an hour from you, Gary.
Oh, she's taking a break right now from YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking to see if she had a live posted. The last live was 5 days ago.
No, you're fine with sharing another channel, Rich. The fact is that this channel is basically about sharing other people anyhow, and so we want to go through, and that's been my focus really from the beginning, to make sure that people are capable of sharing other oh, thank you, Carrie. Minty is good people, but that's been my focus from the beginning, trying to help other folks.
Promote other channels.
Promote other channels, and really even more than that, I'd like to believe I want to make a difference in life. I want to promote people being good to one another. Not just YouTube, but certainly YouTube's a part of it. But I would rather people treat one another with respect and that's my desire anyhow for people. Just to, I don't know that I make any difference, but at least this provides a forum for other people to come and meet other good people, because there's a lot of great people that come in here. Glenda is, let's see, make sure which channel, because I know a Glenda. I don't know that one. I will, well, I may know that one, but if I do, it's with my other channel. It's not one I know, daily. And so I guess I was not subscribed on this or Cap the Critic. Okay. Captain Spaulding Entertainment. All right. And he's working on getting to 1,000 videos. Small channel. Okay. I connected with him. Looks like he does some live streams. I'm guessing that's using StreamYard, maybe. I kind of like the look of it. And, but yeah, we are about helping other folks. Nikki's snoring. I don't know. I was struck yesterday by how thankful, how blessed I felt. And I am very blessed to have had the family and the life that I've lived. And let's see, they go live every night or every other night. Cap does panels. Just say Raider Rich sent me. If I remember, I will, Rich. I don't, I subscribed, so hopefully I will see it. I don't always see, been here since the beginning. Lynn and I were here were her first mods. Okay.
Yeah.
I stopped modding. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Des is one of the first people. In fact, Rebecca, that was just in here. I don't know. I assume she still is, but she may not be. Rebecca was the third person ever to join me on one of my panels. So, if I see him, I will go in there, but I'm at the mercy of what YouTube shows me and when they show it to me. Because I've got a couple thousand people, I guess, that I'm subscribed to. Ginger, and yes, I know, I know Ginger. In fact, I met her very early on. I think it was during, got some stuff to take care of back in bed. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be okay. I just got to deal with what's going on. Captain Spaulding is on the East Coast time. Just saying, okay, thank you. But Rebecca was like the third person on my, and Ginger over at Not for Nothing Homestead. I remember her from back when we were doing a fundraiser for the Paffords that were trying to adopt their grandchild, and they ended up adopting her. So it's been a little while. That was one of the early things that me and Eddie did together.
I remember that because that's how I was there also helping.
Yeah.
Donated a little.
But I'm just using it as a reference for time.
You get to know people for a long time.
Yeah, you do. Some people will be here for a while, and then they won't, and that's okay. I don't look at that quite the same as Eddie does. I think it tends to bother Eddie, just because I don't look at it that way. I tend to look at it more like, high school. There were a lot of people you knew in high school, but you don't, you're not always hanging out with them. Doesn't mean if you go to a reunion, you won't have fond memories and you won't remember the individual, even if you don't remember all the things you did or said or, I tend to look at it like that a little bit. Barry's been around, Storms radios. He's one of the early people that we met. And so you do see some people from time to time, and you have other folks, that you meet, like Raider Rich. He's in the YouTube universe. He's more recent than I guess he's more recent than Des and Eddie and Matt and Rebecca and Ralph. We do have a really good group of people that enjoy. I like to feel like we enjoy each other's company, and Dee, of course, as well. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling.
It's all good, Eddie. Eddie, Jerry. Now look. Okay, you guys have been hanging around each other too long. If I'm calling you Eddie and Jerry, all right, Gary?
I think that it varies. I don't think Des is much of an outside person, and I don't, I'm okay with outside, but I don't, I don't spend a lot of time hunting and fishing, that type of stuff. When I was younger, I probably did some fishing. I know I did some fishing. But yes, there is a lot of good people here, and I hope to meet all of you someday. Well, Mike, that's a very good possibility. We do I know all of us enjoy meeting other YouTubers. And we do go from time to time to, I've been to meetups as far away as Florida or Texas or, and been to Alabama a few times and to YouTuber meetings. And for that matter, there's a YouTuber meetup this month right here in Jackson, my home state, which is just, we're just outside of Jackson. So it's going to be the Crawfish Kickback 2026.
That's cool.
And I'm planning on going there to meet a lot of folks. Thank you. I appreciate that, everybody.
I met Barry on Hedgehog's channel, Hedgehog Homestead, Laura's channel.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't talked with Eddie, but he's probably still sleeping.
I used to be outdoors, Raider Rich, until I became disabled. I used to love going camping and hiking and stuff, but I can't do any of that anymore.
You
Okay.
just slowly get ready. Oh, we can take one.
Okay.
Tammy's ready to go.
Do I know?
Is Tammy ready to go?
Yeah, she's ready to go. And I'm sorry, Rebecca. I know you just shared us out, but I
You
think.
can stay on there. I just need to eat something in the next little bit because I took a minute.
Where do you want to go to eat?
I just figured we could go.
Waffle House?
Mm-hmm.
Why? If she wants to go to breakfast, she usually wants to go to a Waffle House. Yeah, that's fine, baby. I like Waffle House. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. You don't-
I don't care what Eddie says.
Like, they tease each other a lot. Trust me.
Let's see. YouTube is a family channel, also educational. Excellent. Let me check out that channel as well. Hang on, for some reason,
Oh, there you hunters and fishers.
Sin City Outdoors. That must be about Las Vegas or something. I
Looks
went
like
ahead.
they're hunting and fishing people.
Yeah, and I've got friends that, my cousin is a big time hunter. I say big time. he devotes a lot of his time to hunting. He's got a hunting camp, and he's always doing things to make it better for for hunting. Um, and so I can appreciate that. Hunting's a kind of a way of life here in the South. In fact, camo is a fashion choice here in the South. It wouldn't surprise me to see somebody in camo and a camo tuxedo or something. That's just the way it is. Although I can't imagine anybody trying to hunt in a tuxedo. But
They
people,
do get married. They do get married in camo dresses.
I believe it. Um, but let's see, who is that? I can't see it from here. Nene, maybe.
Nene, Mom.
Okay, hey Nene, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We've got just a minute or two before we, I guess we ended. I'll probably be going live again today. I don't know what else to do. It's just my way of dealing with things, I guess. And today will be filled with a lot of family activities, I guess. And so, but I've got, this too shall pass, for everything there is a season. And well, it's just something I've known I'm gonna have to deal with for some time. I wasn't ready. I don't reckon I was really ready for it, but it's here. It's presented itself. And so,
You know, I tried to prepare for my dad's passing for 28 years because I knew, it was coming. And you think you're prepared, but you're just not. You know, you're just
yeah,
not.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that call myself when it happens to my dad.
Yeah.
Because he's 86, so.
And we're here for you, Gary. Shoot,
well,
get on here anytime you want. We'll go hop on here with you and talk.
That's right, we're here.
I do appreciate that. That means a lot.
We love you.
And I'm only a phone call away, Gary, so.
I love y'all too. I don't know what the world's going to be like, but fundamentally, I'm sure it's changed, and yet it's the same. I will continue to try to I'm going to continue to be the man I was raised.
And be there for Mom.
Yeah, I am concerned about how that's. Welcome back, Rebecca. I'm sure that's. It's going to have a huge impact on Mama. I try to go by and see her every week. I don't know. We may have to change a few things. We're going to have to change some things, but I don't know what that looks like. No. So
Do all your siblings live nearby her as well?
it's funny because my mom and dad's house is down in Florence, about 10 miles from here. Both of my brothers used to live across the lake from Mama, and one of them moved down to Hattiesburg. The other one moved over to Pearl or Brandon. So now the house is just Mama's. She's got her sister that lives across the lake, and some other. I guess they're my cousins. They're her nieces and nephews, or nephews and nieces, I guess. But I don't know if Mama's planning. I know Mama's been wanting to get back to Florence, because my sister was taking care of at least primarily, I guess. My sister's been taking care of my father's needs. His health has been not good recently, and so they've been, trying to make sure that he had everything he needed. And so, I don't know if Mama will go back to Florence or uh, if she's going to stay in Lucedale. I don't know what the future holds.
Right.
And at least to some degree, part of that's going to depend on Mama. Well, obviously all that's going to depend on Mama. Let's see. See, Ready Rich says that if you want out my grilling videos, and by the way, I use a propane. That's for rookies. LOL. Eddie says the same thing. Use a propane grill. Okay. The Eddie likes to think that those pellet grills is cheating. So I don't know. I don't do much grilling. I have grilled before, and I don't know.
Yeah, we tried grilling on a charcoal grill once, and we burned the food because we've always had apartments. We've never had a grill anyway for grilling. Moved down to Florida, we got one in case of hurricane season, and we burned our food. The second year that that hurricanes hit while we were here, we were like, okay, we're just gonna get ourselves a little camping stove instead.
He was an X-line cook. Don't like gas grills. Well, that's funny. You don't like gas grills, but that's what you got. They are consistent, I think. I guess I need to go and take Tammy out to eat.
Yes,
And
she just took her meds, right? Or she's got to take her meds and she's got to eat something.
yeah, well, she's diabetic as well, so she has issues with that, and so she's got to eat regularly. I just eat because I like eating.
Me
I
too.
like to eat too.
He's got 2, 3 kids.
I like to eat too, and I gave up my bagels and no more breakfast in the morning.
Do 2 or 3 days.
I need to start eating lower carb and that type of thing. And I guess I need to call Mama anyhow. So
I remember when.
I gotta wait for that pop up. Gas grills, you might as well cook the food inside the house. Real grills use wood or
That's if the
charcoal.
house has got gas.
They do taste. It does taste different for sure, Rich. Um, yeah, y'all may want to say goodbye to one another because I'm just about to sign off. I really have some things I have to do today.
I'm just going to
and
do the silent mode.
it's almost 7 o'clock here. And Dee and Des and Cindy, thank y'all for coming up.
You're
All
welcome.
right. You have a great day. Everybody have a wonderful day.
You have a good day. And
I may go live.
your phone call away, so.
All right, appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming in. God bless you.